28 Democratic senators held a talkathon here in Washington, D.C. this week, where they stayed up all night talking about the environment and climate change and global warming, which they consider to be a major problem. They're trying to call attention to it. Our new data from our March Gallup Poll Social Series indicates that those actions were well advised because at this point, Americans simply are not very worried about either the environment or climate change. You see in front of you a list of 15 issues that we gave Americans, and for each one we said, how worried are you about this issue? And they're rank ordered in terms of the percent who say they're worried a great deal. Go all the way to the bottom of the list. Race relations at the very bottom, right above it, climate change, and then just barely above that, the quality of the environment. Only 31% of Americans said they worry a great deal about the environment. 24% about climate change. And contrast that with those numbers that are way up at the top of the list when we have 59% of Americans who say they are worried a great deal about the economy. So point number one I'm making for you here is, and this is not new, we found it in a variety of other settings, but it reinforces the fact that most Americans, as of March 2014, simply are not greatly concerned about the environment or climate change more specifically. Point number two, there are partisan differences. In fact, when we look at the difference between Democrats and Republicans in terms of their concern about the quality of the environment and climate change, we see major differences, 29-point gap there. Democrats more concerned about the environment than Republicans, and a 26-point gap in terms of Democrats being more concerned about climate change than Republicans. But even then, I should point out, neither the environment nor climate change are near the top of the list for Democrats. Democrats much more concerned than Republicans, but it's still not at the top of the list even among Democrats. Let me just repeat, 2 points. Climate change, the environment, near the bottom of the list of concerns for Americans at this point. Number 2, Democrats significantly more concerned than Republicans, but it's even not number 1 for Democrats. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.